welcome to another episode of Waffling On, with just the two of us. Unfortunately, Mr. Dan isn't allowed to be here still. He's on a ban.
Yeah, Dan on a ban.
Yeah.
But just Dan.
Yeah.
Not us.
No, we're good. He's not.
He's controversial.
He's bad.
He's bad, Dan.
Yeah.
Bad to the bone.
That's it.
So he's not here to tell you about Half Term Hosility.
Yes.
Half Term Hostility during the Easter holidays.
Yes. Yeah, that wasn't half term at all.
No. But now it's over.
Yes.
The kids are back at school. Yes. So we can go about our business.
Well, mostly. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, it's been a long slog.
Yeah. For all you parents out there, we feel.
Yeah.
We feel for you. And all you kids out there, we love you really, but please go away.
Yeah.
Please shut up.
For a while.
Yeah. Just don't talk to me for a bit.
No.
But we'll talk at you. Much as our host for the evening, not one Boo Chase Anthony, but rather Jeffro Roos.
Yes.
The Lucha Landlord.
Yes, with his snazzy blue jacket.
The blue jacket.
Yep.
Which he claims he hasn't worn since he was last there, because he's still got the raffle tickets in the pocket.
Yes.
From that day.
Yeah.
At least he's not wearing it the whole time.
Well, I'd like to think that he wears it all the time, though.
Yeah, but if he's worn it without washing it that whole time.
A bit like me and my Tucasser t-shirt.
Yeah. Where is that today?
In the wash.
Stinky! But the Lucha Landlord introduces the show as ever with his normal flourish and aplomb. He points out that it's actually Easter holiday.
Yes.
And not half term.
Yeah.
Because he's probably had all the customers coming into the pub and saying, "Oh my God, the kids are still here.
Yes.
It's still Easter."
Heavily drinking. Yeah.
As he offers them some half term hospitality.
Oh, yes.
But no, we have 6 matches.
Yes.
Wrestling matches.
Yes.
Each for
One fall.
And we're allowed to
And
shout.
we're allowed to shout it, yeah.
We love you, Jethro. Come to the main show.
Yeah.
Ring announcer duties.
Although, he did describe the show as a slobber knocker.
He did say one of the bouts was a slobber knocker.
Which is fine.
And then he said something which wasn't fine.
No.
No. We'll leave that to your imaginations. Or if you were there, you'll know what we're talking about. But yeah.
I did enjoy that. That did make me giggle.
Yeah, it was a very, very close to the knuckle at times with our favourite Lucha Landlord.
Yes.
Some glittery comments as well.
Yeah.
That we should probably
gloss over.
Sprinkle aside.
Yeah.
First order of the day is to bring out Nick.
Yay! Except it wasn't.
It's not Nick. It's Tom, which is just as yay.
Yep.
And we wish Nick all the best. You fell from a camel.
Oh, yeah, that is what he said, didn't he? Yeah,
that is what he said,
like
although the legitimacy of that I'm not too sure about.
Oh, yeah. I don't. Not seen him since.
No, haven't seen many camels around here, though, either.
I wouldn't put anything past this place, though.
But then we're in Hertfordshire, wrestling outside of Towers.
Yeah.
And he does live in Bedfordshire, which camels everywhere, probably.
Yep. It's very northern.
Should we get on with match number 1?
Yeah. Slurping coffee on it.
Slurping.
Like some kind of degenerate.
Speaking of degenerates,
Mm-hmm.
You know bad smells that won't go away?
Yes. Dan's not here to...
Dan's not here to make the smells.
Yeah.
But Dan did speculate that the Fellowship of the Ring,
Yes. Yeah.
better name for these guys,
Yeah.
might live under the ring in Stevenage.
Yeah.
Is the typecast...
Not all of the typecast.
No, Mr. Beanie's not around, is he?
No.
Any word on Mr. Beanie?
No. Missing in action, I think.
Missing MIA.
Yeah.
So, first up, Hustle Malone.
Yeah. With
The
his nice
director
gloves.
of the show.
Yeah.
Still with those glasses on so we can see everything in 3D.
Yes.
Is out with Fifi and Otto
Yes.
in tow.
Yep.
No fur coats.
No, not at this point. They come later.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they're out. Quiet on the set is demanded.
Mm.
And affection is demanded. And Bert and Ernie are accosted as well.
Yeah.
He took them out. Was threatening to jump on them.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Which, if it had been the real Burn Ernie, I wouldn't have minded. But it's our Burn Ernie.
Yeah, he did throw them on the floor.
Yeah.
I rescued them. I was brave.
You were brave, strolling out there like that.
That's it. Get out of the way, Hustle. Take you down.
Like Jane the Peanut. That's even a thing. And he was going up against, Hustle Malone was going up against possibly the most popular man at Square One at the moment.
From the Academy, yeah, absolutely. I've not seen a reaction like it to someone who's so new.
Yeah.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, he threw the curtain, hatchet first.
Yep.
It's Axeman Bunting, and the crowd, they're ecstatic
Oh.
for his arrival.
Genius.
Nuts.
Yep.
They just axe. And
it just carries on throughout the whole match, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, the guy doesn't even need to say anything. He just goes like that. You see his mouth open, and the crowd just take up this thing.
Yeah.
Like this.
Beating their chests.
And he's not scared, is he?
No.
Of being outnumbered.
No.
He sees tree fellas.
Oh.
Going up against the tree fella. But he's willing to take them all on. They're outside. There's a lot of, shall we say, shenanigans. A lot of rescuing of Hustle at times going on.
There was a couple of rescues that happened. I think there were a lot of, a bit more kind of verbal baiting, shall we say, if that's a thing. Where he's drawn out of the ring, and I think at one point, was it Otto that swung for him, or Freddie Idol swung for him, and then they ended up colliding into each other, where he ducked and moved out of the way. So he can't be foiled like that. He wasn't in any way fooled by either of them, and in actual fact made them look like the fools in that instance. And I think even Hustle shouted at them at one point to kind of sort it out and get it together. I think Freddie Idol lost his glasses at one point, and it was all carnage. But still, got back in the ring and carried on from where he left off. Yeah,
he's thunderous, those blows. Hustle's running across the ring, diving across him, and it just absolutely annihilates him.
Yeah. And then shoves his hand in the turnbuckle.
Oh, yeah, And
then kicks it and takes his hand out.
Yeah, I think Hustle realises that this guy is, he's at a massive size disadvantage, Hustle, as he so often is, but this guy is an immovable object and unstoppable force, so he's decided, hang on, I've got to target something here. And as the chops are coming in, he realises that this guy uses his hands a lot, so he incapacitates him in the turn. I've never seen it before. Mm-hmm. Shoves his hand through the turnbuckle pad and then absolutely smashes it. Mm-hmm. Kicks it. And from that point on, Axeman's obviously trying to protect his hand, and Hustle's just going at it. He's desperate to inflict more pain on the guy.
Yeah. And eventually he does, doesn't he? He gets him into a submission and makes him tap.
Yeah, it's at the point up until that point we've seen Axeman's. He's trying to finish Hustle with his moves. He's bouncing off the ropes into that suplex, but that doesn't stick. He tries to do the timber move. He's lifted him up high, and that did for Samuelson Daniel last time round. Yeah. But he can't complete it because Hustle's just a little bit more wily and a bit more wriggly.
Yep.
Comes down and then just slides around his back. I don't know how he did, cold like a snake round him.
He is fast. You can't fault the fact that when Hustle is in the ring, your eyes are on him. It doesn't matter who he's in there with. He's just a whirlwind. Yeah, very impressed.
And he directs proceedings.
Yes.
To Act 3, the finale. I'll stop there. And he does. He makes the Axeman submit with his one good hand, and it's a shame because the crowd are so deflated.
Yeah.
By this, because they're so behind Bunting. So to have the wind taken out of their sails, wrong one. That's Skurro for later on. I'll come up with some kind of log-related thing, and I'll put it in post. Utterly deflated.
Yeah.
And the typecast score a victory. Is that their first?
Oh.
No, Otto beats Skurro, didn't he?
Yeah, so it is another one, and a win for Hustle.
Oh yeah, it's Tree 1. Hey, yeah, the first victory of season 2 of the Hustle Malone show.
Yes,
for the antagonist. And I'd say, despite the other guys getting involved, it was kind of deserved. He did the majority of the work himself.
Yeah, I'd say so. Like I say, you can't fault him. I think he is spectacular when he's there. Shame that we didn't see a win for Axeman, but I don't think it's the last we'll see of him. It certainly wasn't that evening. No spoilers. But I think he will just keep coming out stronger.
Yeah, and I do think he's so popular.
Yeah.
The crowd love him so much that if he doesn't turn up, people will still be charmed in that day.
Yeah, exactly. And I think if this is a glimpse of what the Academy is starting to show us is coming through on offer, we've got exciting things to come.
Absolutely. Probably no room on the card. The second match on the card is a wrestling match. It's for one fall.
One fall.
And it's featuring
the teddy bear.
The teddy bear who comes out. Wade comes through the curtains, and so big is Big Wade, I thought, maybe he has come alone.
And I think you did say that to me, didn't you?
Yeah.
You said, oh, look, he's on his own.
And then sidling out like some kind of black and yellow crab in his full mayoral sash.
Yes.
It's everyone's least favourite false mayor.
It's very official, isn't it? Very official.
It's like a Missed World kind of thing. Have you ever seen any other mayors wearing those? They normally have chains, don't they?
Yeah, the mayor from Hitchin, he has that lovely chain.
Yeah.
Looks very...
And Mrs. Mayor?
Yes, very nice.
Deputy Mayor, she has a chain as well, but he just has a sash. Maybe that's how they do things in Cray City.
Yeah.
Although, this is the thing, I think we've said on previous episodes, there are no citizens of Cray City.
Not that we're aware of.
But there were a few people in the crowd who the mayor went over, the false mayor went over and said hello to.
Yes, and he has promised me a passport.
Yeah, you did ask him where the passport was.
I did ask where the passport was, and he did say it's in the post, but I don't know how he knows my address.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Have to wait and see.
Mm.
Hasn't arrived today yet then.
No, I'm looking forward to it though, because I think it'll be a good one, and then that means hopefully that I can just like travel around without having to
Dual
do
citizenship.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you can get some inside scoops.
Yeah.
Well, I wait to be convinced. But it's not his match, despite him being so visible. I think someone said, "Oh, going to smack him in the mouth." He's like, "Yeah, I'll smack him in the mouth." "Oh no, I can't because it's not my match."
Yeah.
A Big Wade's going up against the sweet songbird of the squared circle, of everyone's favourite good guy, underlined, because he's never been mean to a single person.
He hasn't. He isn't a mean guy. He's one of the sweetest, most lovely people I think we've ever spoken to.
And he comes out and he says, "Sing for me, Stevenage. It's time to sing."
And he has the
Stevenage.
T-shirt, "Sing for Stevenage." And since then, Finn and I have been singing it in the car.
What was it? I can't sing it because I've got a terrible singing voice.
Yeah, it was "Sing for Stevenage."
Are you?
Stevenage.
No, you're not going to. But it was melodious and a welcome change to the thunder of "I'm going to bang you in the mouth," which we've got already.
Yeah.
I backed Trystan on this because he is the good guy, and I can now say his name.
It's so good, isn't it?
Gifted from the nicest good guy in wrestling to me.
Maybe he, rather than everyone's favourite good guy, he can be the nicest guy in wrestling. And that way we can all agree.
You agree to that?
Yeah.
Dan might not. I think that Dan would probably say it's true, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He's the nicest guy.
Mm-hmm. Or memes the way he is at the moment. It's all the gym stuff has gone to his brain.
Yeah.
That's it.
But Trystan comes out.
Yes.
And I've backed him. And he starts the match and he's on fire.
Yes.
Wade can't get anywhere near him.
He was so good, wasn't he? He was so good. I was so pleased to see it. I think we got very excited from where we were sitting. We were like, yes, go on, Trystan.
It's not a pirouette. There was a little bit of flash dance, I think, along the ropes, spinning in front and then leaping over Wade.
Yep.
And then he manages to duck under a clothesline attempt from Wade, and then fells the big guy with a kick to the back of the knee, and then says to Vinny, "You'll like this. It's GBH."
Yes.
Vinny is incensed. He's already unhappy because there is no singing in Cray City.
No.
It's
no,
not
he made
allowed.
that very clear, didn't he? Anyone who sings in Cray City gets a bang in the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after Tristran's Tristan, it's gone again.
Quick did
I can say Trystan Pretty. I can. After the great start, he has the first pin attempt. An optimist in me is like, this is over. This is done.
So exciting.
I don't even think it got a 1 count.
No, not quite.
Not quite a 1 count. And that's when everything turns a little bit mean and hazy for me.
Yeah,
and for Trystan as well.
Got a little bit splattered into the floor, didn't he? Well, into the corner.
Yeah, chop to hell, and he's resting in the corner.
Yeah.
Resting. I think he's trying to gather up what's left of him in the corner.
Regaining.
And up pops Vinny.
Yeah.
With a microphone.
Yeah.
And says, "Sing for me."
Sing for me now, boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
he does.
Gets the promised receipt for singing, a bang in the mouth.
Yeah.
And pretty much after that, after an A1 bypass, Trystan didn't win. Did you back him?
I didn't. I mean, as much as I love him, and I do, I did think that Wade is currently on fire and pretty much smash anyone into the ground.
Which he did.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. It's the end of the match, and Jethro's looking around on the canvas just to make sure that all of Trystan's been picked up and taken to the back.
Bits fallen off.
No, or been left behind. And we were lucky enough to catch up with what was left of Trystan after the match. Here's what he had to say. I'm absolutely delighted to be joined here by the sweet songbird of the squared circle, Trystan Pretty.
Hello.
Hello, and how are you feeling?
Everything down there, fine. Here, not so much. But you know what? I did what I came here to do. Big Wade at the Christmas Rumble, and a few weeks ago at Square One Academy, he tried to stop the music. And yeah, he may have stopped me and he might have pinned me for the 1, 2, 3, but I was still singing throughout. And more importantly, the people of Stevenage were singing along with me. And that's what's important.
You've put music in our hearts. I think the crowd are supremely warm to you. They hate Wade so much for stopping the music, and you just can't stop it.
At the end of the day, I knew I was going in. Wade is on a huge wave of momentum. He's taken out El Jantonio, Wall Chill Charlie, and then obviously it was my turn. And I thought I had it. You saw it. I got a couple of good shots in, and I thought, I have this. But it wasn't to me. But there's always next time. And at the end of the day, as long as the people of Stevenage had a good time and were singing along with me, then this is all worth it.
So, you say next time. Would you go up against Wade again?
Oh, does he have one arm tied behind his back?
Let's see what we can negotiate.
Okay, we're going to negotiate. I would 100% take on Wade again, because if his mission statement is still to take the music out of people's hearts, then I will be there. Wherever there is songs, I will be there.
I think we need some more Trystan Oki. It needs to happen.
Trystan Oki. I like it. And I like your shirt very much.
Well, thank you very much. It was given to me by a very kind individual.
Yes. Well,
and can I just say, everyone's favourite good guy in the ring.
I'm going to say, as you gave me an even lovelier nickname. I go by many names. The South London Songbird, Pro Wrestling's resident theatre kid, but the songbird of the squared circle. You know,
the sweet songbird.
The sweet songbird. It's got quite a bit of a ring to it. I might steal that, don't mind.
Given to you with pleasure. Thank you very much for the performance today, and we wish you every bit of luck with the next bout. Hopefully not against such a big guy.
Hopefully not against such a big guy, but the music will never stop no matter who I'm facing, because music is forever.
Trystan Pretty, thank you.
So next up, a match that I was very excited to witness. I like both the people that are in this match.
And Tom as well.
And Tom, yes. Yeah, no, Tom did a fantastic job. I think we should just have a minute to appreciate how professional Tom was, and how, even if he stepped in at the last minute, very fair. Very fair, did some good counting, stayed out of the way. Don't think he got knocked out like Nick does.
No.
Didn't get that distracted.
He always looks to be enjoying himself.
He does, doesn't he? He's very smiley.
Yeah.
Also, fantastic tattoos. So, Adonis Payne versus Murdoch.
We've had this discussion before.
Yeah.
When we talk about the 5-star superstar,
yeah,
we don't call him that. We have to call him Turdock.
Well, you guys call him that, but I quite like him. Even with his new hair.
Even with the new hair.
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit action man on the go.
A bit Eminem.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. But yeah, fantastic match. What can we say about this one? Explosive, I think.
We can say that Turdock is as unlikable as ever.
He didn't endear himself to people when he came out.
Yeah, telling people to shut up
Yeah.
when they say anything.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
Yeah, I think there was one person wearing his t-shirt.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Yeah. And he liked them.
Yeah.
But even then, went to give him a high five and was like, no, you're all right. And that's someone who's supposed to be like a fan. Yeah. I must admit, on this particular day, I was supporting Adonis Payne. And I'm quite glad I did.
Yeah.
Because Murdoch was just a meanie.
Yeah.
A cheaty meanie.
A cheaty meanie peg. Even quite mean to you, wasn't he?
He was a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Even though he knows you kind of like him.
Yeah.
Very dismissive of any support, though.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, he's confident in the ring.
Mm.
And there could be some reason that he's so confident. He's actually quite good at what he does.
He is. And I would have said that Adonis Payne could have walked this one if we hadn't seen them come to blows previously. And I think sometimes they can be pretty evenly matched. I think this bout proved that it was lengthy. It was blow for blow. I think there were quite a few points where I think I turned to you and I was like, oh, is Murdoch going to win this one? I don't know which way it's going to go. Which is exactly what you want from a match that you're watching. You don't want to go, oh, this is just, it's going to be that person because this is the way it's going. And it wasn't like that at all. I think one of the most spectacular points of the match, it wasn't even when they were hitting each other. It was the fact that Adonis just leapt out of the ring and bypassed the apron and just landed on the floor. And that's a big jump. That's a big leap. How he doesn't break himself, I don't know.
The knees, the hips,
the
feet,
ankles, the elbows, the shoulders.
The everything.
He, at one point in the future, will have to be made like the Terminator because I don't think there's going to be any joints left.
I don't know, with inflation, what, $6 million man to be these days? Very expensive.
Maybe, but we were talking about this at work the other day. We do like science things and so,
not geography.
That's it. And we were saying that he was really expensive back then because technology was new. Now the technology is not new. It's probably only worth about 50 quid.
Right, because you could just basically repair him with the contents of an iPhone, or even a Samsung.
Yeah, other phones.
I guess they are Android, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it's going to be the knee. Probably going to be the knees first. What part of an iPhone can you use for knees?
Well, I don't know. Do they? I don't have an iPhone. I wouldn't have an iPhone. So are they like? They're not flippy ones, are they?
No.
No.
We'll get back to you on that.
Yeah.
Price adjusted repair of athletes.
Yeah. Either way, I think we might need some kind of fundraising to replace all of Adonis's joints at some point.
Yes. And he was made to suffer in this one, not just by his own leaping, but by his opponent, who had bested him at Rest in Peace last year, although WOVAR proved that it shouldn't have been a result that stood.
Yeah.
So if we nix that one, this is the return leg for the first result, shall we say. But as you say, it was topsy-turvy, it was back and forth, and to pick the winner was impossible until that final 3 count went in, and there were so many close calls.
Very.
For the 3 count.
Even a cheaty bit where Murdoch kind of laid across the ropes with his feet on, trying to hold Adonis down.
I thought that was it.
Yeah, I did.
He'd hung him up in the corner.
Yeah.
Already, I think Adonis had gone in for a massive kick on Turdock, and he'd moved, got himself caught in the turnbuckle, and then got stomped into the ground, and then pinned with some more rope shenanigans. But not for the 3.
No. and then comes in with the most amazing Olympic elbow ever.
Distance.
The height is phenomenal. I don't know. I mean, I've been up on that top rope and it terrifies me. I'm not scared of heights, but it's a long way down.
And then to jump higher.
And then to jump higher and land on your elbow on your opponent. Yeah, hats off to him. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, it was the fact that Murdoch was so far away from the corner he was jumping from.
Yeah.
He might as well have been in Bedfordshire.
Yeah.
And he still landed it.
Mm.
And some brutal kicks as well to take down the media mogul,
mm-hmm.
whose dad is significantly richer than mine.
Everyone's, I think, yeah.
Yeah. And Adonis got the win.
Mm-hmm.
A brutal last kick to the face.
Yeah.
For Turdog.
Mm.
And it was all done. So we stand at 1-1, realistically now.
Yeah.
Would you like to see a decider?
I would. I think these two together they bring something new every time. And both of them are extremely talented. I'd like to see Adonis kick his butt again.
Butt stuff.
Yeah, all the butt stuff.
And for the first time in living memory, Murdoch left under his own power.
Yes.
He wasn't carried away
He wasn't
with
scraped
his
off the canvas.
with his head bandaged or anything like that. So yeah, let's look forward to the third one. Second half starts with a fatal four-way.
Yeah.
Fatal four-way, 4 competitors,
Mm-hmm.
1 pin,
Yep.
4 losers.
Yeah, we've had defeats for each and every one, haven't we?
In their last outings, yeah.
Mm.
Ben Gedling, perpetual loser.
Yeah.
Judge a man by his friends.
Well.
Judge Judy.
Yep.
So Ben Gedling lost to Josh Spicer.
Yes.
He's facing Max Gainz, who lost to Judy Sexton. Lots of Judys in this one.
Yeah, all the Judys. No Richards.
No Richard. No, Richard the Third's turds. That was the last match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the turd got flushed away. Who else? Oh, the professional.
Yep.
Professional wrestler. Dramatic pause.
I see. I wondered if I was going to have to call someone.
You know the ambulance is always waiting outside for me.
Yeah. And I was on my own. There's no Dan to help. Go into panic mode.
Just lock the door and leave me in.
That's it. Just be like, see you next time.
So Bart, he notified everyone that he's been a loser the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not yet won at UBW.
No. Lost to a bear, which is fair enough.
Yeah. Although, I still don't know how you lose to a bear. Bears wrestle.
It looked like it.
That one does.
Yeah, that one does. Lost to a pilot.
Yep.
Lost to a Harrison Leon.
To be fair, a lot of people have lost to a Harrison Leon.
Lost to a Spicer.
Yeah.
Lost your affection at that point as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't shout at people that are eating cake.
No.
I mean,
don't shout at people, especially when they're not eating cake.
Exactly. I mean, eating cake is a sacred act.
Fact.
But I forgave him.
Yes.
I forgave him, and we've moved on.
We've moved on to the fatal four-way.
Yes.
The fourth competitor of which is...
I've forgotten.
Half a Skurro.
Oh God, don't put that in. He'll kill me.
That's going in.
Oh Lordy.
Who's
Goes like,
Skurro?
oi. I love Arthur Skurro.
Yeah, good
well,
save.
I did until he upset me in this match.
Yeah, and he lost to Judy Crowley. That's not right.
No.
To Charles Crowley.
Charles Crowley. Yeah.
Bart's been a little bit cheeky about that with the old...
Yeah,
he's not been kind to anyone, has he? Max Gainz.
Yeah. It's quite funny, though.
It is quite funny. Not very professional.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. The four-way got underway. They're all in.
Yeah.
So everyone's in from the start.
Yeah.
And Ben Gedling wants a word with everyone.
Aww.
Boo! Every time
he wanted
tries
a word, but no one had let him give a word.
No, the crowd do not want chatting.
No.
Jethro has said this is a wrestling match, not a debate.
Yeah.
I think Ben was trying to make friends with people. because he's a tag team wrestler.
That's it. Yeah.
Although, as you may well know, I think he's better as a singles wrestler. But he doesn't manage to make friends.
No.
He just manages to make himself unconscious via punches, headbutts,
Slaps.
awful slaps, very professionally delivered.
Very loud, choppy chops. Yep.
And Bart makes early inroads. He's clears ring by distraction techniques, pointing out and saying, Crowley, Skurro, foxed by that. Whoa!
Yep. Yeah, it's not a very wily pirate sometimes.
No, too much rum. Too much rum. He lacks focus at times.
Bless him. No, Bart, he came out with every intention of winning that four-way. And whoever was standing in his way was going to be taken out. And we saw that very early on, like you say. But then him and Skurro kind of team up a little bit. And
he
there's a bit of an
apologises.
alliance. Yeah, they shake and we're all good.
Yeah, and we have a cannonball. Is it Gedling that takes the cannonball as well? Painful.
I love seeing Bart do all of his flips and jumps and everything, because everybody always, I think, underestimates him as to what he can do. But the guy is phenomenal.
Mobility is incredible.
It just astounds me what he can pull out of the bag from a standing position. I'm very jealous and envious, and I would love to be able to do things like that without hurting myself. But I just love to watch what he can do. And he didn't disappoint.
No, there was leaps aplenty. There are people jettisoned from the ring.
Yep.
Sent sprawling. And then I think he looks around, he shrugs his shoulders, hops to his feet, and then just throws himself out of the ring onto everyone else who was amassed at our feet.
Congregated,
we've managed to find a spare seat and shuffled along.
Yes.
Knowing full well you don't want to be here when this comes over.
No. I have been almost sat on by Bart O'Connor in the past, and it's not something I want to revisit. No,
we have learned from our mistakes.
Yes.
You didn't bring cake this time.
I didn't.
No, very wise. So he leaves everyone completely laid out at our feet. Skurro recovers first by drinking what was my drink. Says that there's not enough rum in it.
Yep.
But then he does come round rather quickly after that.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's offensive.
And you'd forgotten he was in this one.
Yeah, good.
What did he say?
He said my feet were bad. To be fair, my trainers were pretty old, and it was a warm day.
No, you don't have to be fair. Mean is mean. He stole my drink. He said your feet smell.
Yeah, so I hit him with a shoe. Yeah.
Hang on. So it could be your fault that he didn't win this one.
That's fine.
Yeah. Eventually, fleeing.
Does that mean I was part of the match? Was that like my first ever?
It was a fatal
UPW
five-way.
match? Yeah.
Or 6 if we count both feet.
That's it. Yes.
So to escape the pungency in your proximity, they'll get back in the ring.
Yeah.
And I think Gainz. The Gainz train was in a full locomotive force as ever, but he was felled in the middle of the ring, and then people were fighting over who was going to leap on him. Bart is up on one turnbuckle and Ben's on the other. He says, "What are you doing up here?"
Yeah.
And I think Ben asks the same question because it's echoing round his head. He thinks it's a thought, but it is just echo of something else that someone said. Bart wins the battle, but misses Max.
Yes.
Ben then decides it's too high up there. He's going down.
Yes.
Misses Bart.
Yeah.
And then the wily pirate, escaping your shoes,
Yep.
does land.
A good splash.
Yeah. Ow.
It's one of the things that I love to see Arthur Skurro do. Again, he gets fantastic height on those splashes. He comes down perfectly and just wipes out whoever he's delivering that to. But I think that was going for a pin, and it got broken up.
There was a spectacular breakup of a pin. I think that Max got in, broke it up, but at the same time, Bart flew over the top and dragged the pirate off.
Yep.
I think it must have been Gedling. It was laid low. Just as you say, just incredible.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Yep.
And we're moving into the last stage of the match. Gainz has had enough. I think he's had enough of Arthur Skurro. They're arguing outside.
Yes.
having both been jettisoned,
Yeah.
leaving poor old whipping boy Ben Gedling in with the Behemoth,
Yes.
the professional wrestler,
Yes.
who lofts him high and hits him with the fisherman's. Bear with me. I wrote this down because I'm terrible with these
I've
things.
never heard of it.
The fisherman Kinuku Buster.
Oh.
Basically, a muscle buster.
It sounds as bad as it was.
Yeah, I've delivered it so badly compared to how it was delivered. And it absolutely annihilates Gedling and leaves everyone in the venue open-mouthed and wondering if Gedling will ever move again.
Yeah.
It's enough for the win. Bart has finally broken the duck. So that's the next match.
Yep.
And has got the win in a fatal four-way against two other great opponents and Ben Gedling. Yeah.
I wasn't surprised. I think Bart owned pretty much all of that match. I would have liked to have seen him and Skurro maybe come together a little bit more. But I think the whole thing was delivered and executed fantastically. Everybody was involved. Everybody gave as good as they got. Everybody beat up Ben, and I'm 90% sure he's probably still recovering from that horrific move at the end there, which I
will perfect the name of for next time.
And I think a lot of sore butts coming out of this.
Lower backs.
This match. It was definitely butts, definitely sore butts. Yeah.
We should probably leave it there.
I think so. And we caught up with the professional wrestler, and here's what he had to say. And we are here with Bart O'Connor, the professional wrestler.
There we go.
Straight from a win. First win.
Yep, finally.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well
it's been a long time coming. You mean you fight a bear in your first match? It's never going to go well. He's not a bear. This is not a bear. You get Tommy Kyle, who's vast experience. He's wrestling all over the country against some of the biggest names. Spicer, I had that, but who's that guy?
Yeah.
Who's that guy? Yeah. We have problems there.
Yeah. I was just eating cake.
Okay.
But we've let that go now.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Good. Good. So tonight, got the win.
Yep.
Got off of Skurro.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Pirate.
Yep.
Love it. Awesome. You got Max Gainz.
Pretty big guys in that match, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That going on. Yeah.
Strange people.
Very good.
So how are you feeling? What's next?
With wins become more wins.
Yep.
I think we're just going to trajectory, right? We're going to, parabolic is what the professional's aiming for.
Which title?
Which title am I going for? Oh, God. Well, I mean, they're all so shiny.
They are very shiny.
Yeah.
Except the one that's now, leopardy.
There's a leopardy one?
There is a leopardy one.
Why? Who's it?
Ricky. Ricky has that one.
He hasn't?
Yeah.
No, that's very...
it's snazzy. It's the only word for it.
Unprofessional, isn't it? Okay.
Well, yeah.
I mean, maybe you need some professionalism. Lesson or two, a seminar, perhaps.
Exclusive.
Exactly. But no, that's fine. I mean, let's focus on what's important here. Bart O'Connor, first win.
Yep.
First win.
First win in a fatal four-way.
In a fatal four-way.
Wasn't even a one-on-one.
Okay, against Arthur Skurro, who's, geared up for great things.
Yep.
Max Gainz.
Big fella. And then the other one.
Ben Gedling. Had problems with Ben Gedling.
Yes.
And will continue to have problems with Ben Gedling.
Yeah, although I think he's a little bit wiped out at the moment.
Yeah, great. So, we saw what happened, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Ben Gedling was handed his invoice. He has to pay up, and he did.
Okay.
Yeah? More invoices are coming. Parabolic trajectory. Something shiny, perhaps, in the future. Good. Good return. Professional?
Professional.
Was this professional enough?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
as much as we get.
Cool. Yeah, did you get that? Did you?
By our standards, it was very professional.
Okay, that red light's not on.
Oh.
Oh.
What? Did you get none of my audio?
We'll add it afterwards.
Yeah, great. Thanks. Doesn't work anyway, does it?
Sorry. So the fur coat returns for this match as we see the typecast come through the curtain again. This time, Freddie Idol is in action, accompanied by other members of the typecast.
Yep.
Hustle coming out and rallying the crowd, not to the most positive of responses, I think.
Yet again.
Yeah, lots of booing. Freddie Idol in his glasses, his fur coat, going up against Joffrey Beamer, who we haven't seen huge amounts of in singles action. So
No.
Really nice to see.
Introduced from the pavilion end by Jethro.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially he's Jethro's son, he says. Which I think has come up before.
It has, hasn't it?
Yeah. I can't see the resemblance
No.
myself. We'll have to wait and see if that is actually the case.
Yeah.
And it also says that Joffrey is not a raffle, because the crowd have been demanding a raffle.
Yes. Yeah, there was a little bit of a disagreement, wasn't there, between Jethro and the crowd who demanded the raffle, which I think is vastly becoming the most popular part of a lot of these shows. I don't quite know how. Although not all prizes were on offer this time round.
No.
It's outrageous.
But I did win one of the prizes.
You did.
That's fine, I'll have
Exactly.
He's not a raffle.
No.
Joffrey is not a raffle. But he's an able competitor.
Yes.
And he's also very, very full of vim and vigour. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
First innings, second innings. It's gone tea. It must be bad light might stop play.
Yes.
But he's willing to come out and give it a go.
Yeah. But don't underestimate Freddie Idol. I know the typecast are not good guys. I know that they will resort to anything to win. But Freddie Idol, he was just absolutely on fire. It was just no stopping him.
I've said before, he's not a nice guy. He's brutal.
Yeah.
He really he leaves nothing out there.
Yeah.
I was going to say he's a head roller and a jaw rocker, or is it a jaw rocker and a head roller? But he was doing everything.
Yeah.
And he was laying in with kicks, forearms.
The guy can jump. I've never seen anyone jump like he does. And I don't think anyone could keep him down, honestly. You could catch him first because he's quick. And very suave as well. I think he looked very nice.
Fur coat, come on.
Yeah, but I like the pants. The pants look good.
The Fifi pants.
Yeah, the Fifi pants. I like them.
But he shows an absolute disregard for his opponent and himself, the way he throws himself around.
Yes. Yeah, he has no fear.
But luckily for him this time, he was connecting every single time. There was very little that Joffrey could do to keep him down, although he was managing to hold his own at some points.
Mm-hmm.
He promised to hit him for 6,
Yes.
and on the third delivery, he managed to do it, which I was surprised at, because with the rest of the typecast around, he was having a hard time actually making anything stick.
Yeah, unfortunate. But I mean, he went for a lot longer than I thought he was going to, just purely for that reason, the fact that the typecast were there and they were gunning for a victory. I didn't quite know how it was going to end. So again, a great way of portraying that match.
Which Joffrey was showed great ring awareness, because there were times when it looked like he was down and out.
Yeah.
But looking the arms outside of the rope, he's managed to hang on.
Yeah.
But I think what sticks with me most about this is that Freddie Idol had a chance to finish this several times and just kept going.
Yeah.
And at the end, instead of taking what was on offer, I think the pin was there for the taking. It's like, no, I'm going to go for a submission here.
Yeah.
And he got it because he just wants to mete out Payne. He's an assassin, he's a saboteur, and he's just not a very nice man at all.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing what he can do next and who he takes on next. Whoever it is needs to have their wits about them because, like you say, he is a bit of a silent assassin.
Yeah, he kicked Tony Sin to shreds during Sin's title reign, and he did the same to Joffrey here. Anyone who's looking across the ring at that guy needs to be careful because you're going to be in pain.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. But a win for Freddie Idol. Oh, another win for the typecast. Yeah. They're racking up the wins. Wonder who they're going to take on next. Not introducing this one.
You're not introducing this one?
No.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gym Wars. No. Gym Wars for the Square One Championship belt.
Yep.
A stipulation set out by Ernie to his advantage because he had won the #1 contender Square One Rumble at the last event of 2023.
Yes.
Much to someone's pleasure.
Yes.
So, the stipulation is Gym Wars.
Yep.
I don't know what that was.
Anything from the gym can be used as a weapon.
Anything from the gym.
Don't think there was any stipulation to say not things.
No, well, the challenger comes out first for the title, whose stipulation is, I'll use his name because it's only right because I can be happy about this one. Aiden Whyte comes out with Ben Gedling in tow, Bert and Ernie.
Mm-hmm.
A very broken Bert.
Yeah.
He's out with the neck brace on because he's fallen afoul of the professional wrestler in an earlier bout. And then he's beaten up Trystan to take the neck brace away.
Yeah. Poor Trystan.
I said something nice about Ben recently as well. I take it all back.
Yeah.
But he comes out laden with a kit bag, which is going to have some of the shenanigans weapons in.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to in due course. But it's a worry because every single other #1 contender for a Square One Rumble has cashed in successfully.
It's not a worry.
Not a worry. It is for me.
Yeah.
So we've had Tony Sin the last two and Harrison Leon have both successfully cashed in.
Yeah.
Could Aiden do the same?
Yeah.
Yep, he could. But let's get out the glitter baller. Drip drop, non-stop, flip flop. I don't know what are the other things. Dan's always better with this.
He is, isn't he? Yeah.
The Rain Man, the Rain King.
Yeah.
Glitter baller.
Big boy baller.
Big boy baller.
He makes it rain. Yeah.
Pats the very tall children on the head.
Yeah.
That's what that's about, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. The champ Harrison Leon.
Yeah.
Comes out, but he's not his normal casual self. He's not there in his big boy baller shorts. He's out dressed for combat.
Yeah.
Warfare.
Yeah.
Gym warfare.
Yeah. It's still looking great in his joggers.
Yeah, and still sparkly.
Yeah.
And ready for whatever Aiden's going to throw at him.
Yeah.
Which included, in no particular order, weightlifting belts.
Yep.
Big rubber band things.
Resistance bands.
Bands.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Powder.
Protein powder. Oh, we'll get to that later.
A dumbbell.
A dumbbell.
Yeah.
Boxing gloves.
Yes. Yeah, I quite like that bit, actually.
Yeah, the boxing gloves. That was good. Up until this point, the guy who the progenitor of Gym Wars had. I read that earlier in the week. I'll throw that in at some point. It was on top with the assistance of another thing you find in the gym.
Yeah.
Ben Gedling.
Yes.
And Tom was,
there's no rules.
There's no rules.
Allowed.
It's my match,
Yeah.
he kept saying to Tom. Nothing Tom can do. So he just has to let it progress. But Ben is holding Harrison, who's been his legs targeted again.
Yeah.
Which meant he was at a height where Ben could actually restrain him.
Yeah.
Hit with the belts, hit with the rubber bands, and then Aiden just punches Ben square in the face.
Yeah. Kind of all started to go a bit wrong from there, didn't it?
That was the tipping point.
There was a table.
There was a table. There was a table.
Yeah.
Because there are tables in gyms.
I mean, well, there are.
I suppose there are.
Yeah.
But the big rope. There was going to be a tug of war.
Yes.
That didn't materialise, and then that became battle ropes, didn't it?
Brutal with the like the yeah.
Oh, over poor Aiden. Oh, poor old Ernie. Wasn't looking good, was it? But he does manage to get back on top. He fires himself out of the ring again. Another near miss for us. Aiden comes flying out, cannonballs his way straight into his opponent and his friend. Yeah. And does some damage. I think after that, Harrison is seen visibly limping.
Yeah, damage to the ankle or the foot there.
Yeah.
But, fantastic dive over the ropes. Again, I said it before and I'll say it again. Whatever you think of him,
Very little.
The guy is fantastic. Harrison as well, yes. I will say that Harrison, and I have said it before, Harrison is one of my first loves from EBW, and that will never change. But Aiden I think he's fantastic.
Yeah, and he was fantastic in this match, which he won.
He was up until a point where he was glittered on, and then it all went horribly wrong.
Yeah, they went up on the stage. There was some kind of, I don't know, what was that? Was it some kind of bench, weightlifting bench or something?
Yeah, I think so.
There?
Yeah.
And he was willing to give a free PT session, which was trying to stretch his arms out of his sockets.
Very kind. Just a little bit of back readjustment, osteo work.
Yeah.
Sports massage therapy, maybe.
And then over to the vending area where we have protein shakes.
Yes.
Are they normally that sparkly?
No. Very purple.
Yeah, you know what I've said about turds before, haven't you? You can't polish one, but the glitter can be sprinkled.
Yes.
I rest my case. Purple glitter everywhere.
My favourite colour.
It must have been just for you then. But at this point, the table is set up in the ring and is ominous.
Yeah.
Because at this point, we've still got Harrison is still only monopedal.
Yes. Yeah.
All the words today.
I just don't know where you're pulling them all from, honestly. It's fantastic.
Just bask in the glory of that for a little. But
then a chair comes out.
Yeah, well, if you've got a table.
There's going to be chairs. I've seen chairs I've seen chairs at Square One.
Yeah.
I have sat on said chair at Square One.
Even I have.
Yes.
I've been in the gym where there's a table. That's
exactly.
Right. Used it.
But then that chair gets removed from
because...
Mr. Gedling before it gets handed over to Aiden.
By who?
Mr. Payne.
Is that everyone's favourite good guy?
Not in this instance, but yeah, all right.
Yeah. No, but he takes the chair away.
Yep.
And then beats Ben up with the chair.
Yeah, Ben took a real beating in this whole scenario.
He's not had fun all night.
No.
I think there was one point where he managed to catch something before it hit him in the head.
Yes.
And I think that was the one plus point, is that he didn't get injured.
Yeah.
By the muscle roller thing that was jettisoned out of the ring.
It was like ninja reactions.
Yeah. A little smile on his face because he realised he'd escaped certain death and an injury, and then he gets battered with the chair. And Adonis then takes his place at our ringside.
Yeah.
Sitting on the chair that wasn't preferred, and gets a front row view of what?
Someone going through a table.
Someone introduced to a table.
Yeah.
It was their table. They'd put it there. They should have known it was there.
Yeah.
And then it was not there. It was surrounding them, all splintered.
It was there. It just wasn't in one piece.
Shattered like the prospects of being the Square One champion. One to watch, Square One Academy 2022. What year is it? 24. It's not 22 anymore, is it? Wow. Who's the number one contender now?
Well, that's a good question. Isn't it Memes? Isn't Memes the number one contender for everything?
He's the number one contender for every title.
Yeah, even the women's.
Even the women's title.
Yeah, all of them.
Seems unlikely. He can't be tag belts either, can he? He can't be the number one contender on his own for that. Or maybe it's him and his ego.
Maybe it's him and the cat.
Him and the cat.
Yep. Yeah.
I spoke too soon.
Yep.
But no, we've lost our obvious number one contender because Aiden Whyte didn't win Jim Wars. I don't know if Jim Wars the prize?
Should have been.
Still haven't heard from Jim. Disappointing. Yeah. Well, I shouldn't have cold called someone, really, should I? Bit random.
The poor bloke's probably like, what the bloody hell's going on?
You never know, he might come back.
He might do. He might start coming along to the UBW
If Jim ever responds, I will let you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Aiden lost.
You're all right.
Yay! To the delight of everyone. Yep. Except for Claire.
I don't begrudge Harrison Leon a win because he is a deserved champ, but I am a bit sad.
So what next? What next for the Pooh Boys?
Tags?
Who might they be going up against? Who might have cost them this match in their eyes?
Well, exactly. We've seen the Odyssey come up against Progressive Overload a few times before, and they've always been fantastic matches, so it's not something I'd be adverse to seeing again. I'd like to see Progressive Overload come back in tag action. I think they work really well together. I know that you think that Ben's better on his own. But at some point, I would like to see them have some gold, legitimate gold.
Not just purple glitter.
Yeah.
Like some proper sparkle.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I want to see that.
No.
I would say Dan probably does.
Yeah, he's coming round to my way of thinking. Yes. I'm like onboarding him to all the bad things. I'm a bad influence.
You are a bad influence.
Yeah.
But no, we also have a victory for Harrison Leon, which means he's now surpassed Tony Sinn's record, which I have to say, I have to admit to.
We do miss Tony.
We miss Tony. But who's on the horizon for Harrison, maybe?
So Square One champion, we're looking at someone from the Academy who's up and coming, who is doing fantastically well. For me, that's Big Wade.
I would tend to agree. He's shown interest in the belt as well recently. Yeah, Tommy Ake, he's got his eyes on that prize. But there are so many people now stepping up to the plate.
Mm-hmm.
We have a guy who carries an axe.
Yep.
We have a guy in a fur coat.
That one I would love to see.
We have a guy who's now suddenly professional.
Yes.
And from earlier on, as we've seen, sees a parabolic rise for himself. Trajectory. Yeah, so he's done that bit of the parabola.
Yep.
And now he's just at that tipping point.
Back up.
So who knows? So watch out, Harrison. All these guys are looking supremely sharp.
Mm-hmm.
It's Truman next in Coventry for you. If you can overcome that, there's a cue for me.
Yep. So following a crushing defeat here today, sorry. Aiden Whyte, how are you feeling? Not good. I don't think he's feeling good.
How am I feeling? I feel like Ben's neck brace smells. I feel like he should have picked up a chair quicker. I feel like Harrison used weapons in that match, and I'm not going to lie, I thought we were just going to have a straight up wrestling match. Harrison, you're a cheat. It was a cheap victory. You're not a champ. You're not a baller. You're a cheater. You saw me. I wrestled that match down the line. I mean, look at what you've done. See, there's a claim there.
I mean, you were at work. Yeah.
Workplace comp. Workplace comp.
You're also really shiny. It's a good look.
Claire, I always shine.
Fair enough.
Don't laugh at me. Those jokes are not for you. And I know you're out there as well with your terrible beard. I hope you're happy.
And so that's it. Half-term hostilities are at an end. And we now look forward to a clash in Coventry. More to come on that soon. The preview show is coming next week, I'd imagine.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us this time round. And sorry Dan's not here. Normal service and Insanity will be resumed very, very soon. Yep. Take care of yourselves, but don't forget, stay in the know with the WO.
Honestly, hay fever is the worst. I hate sniffing. Does my
Yeah.
head in. Like when other people do it, you just kind of punch them in the nose.
Which would help.
Do I look ginormous again? I don't want to look like China.